what did you think of Halloween Ends? Were you a fan? Were you on the opposite side? Did you hate it?
I was not a fan, like, at all.
Ugh.
So I watched it. I hadn't seen Christine before I watched it.
Oh.
So then after I watched it, everyone's like, you got to watch Christine to understand this movie. So I watched Christine and went, oh, now I understand the movie better, but I haven't rewatched Halloween Ends since. My thought, I think they where they screwed up is that I think they should have put the end of Ends at the end of Halloween Kills. Because it almost feels like it, because it's mob justice. That's like where the movie ends, is this mob justice. And you have a scenario where mob justice in Halloween Kills, they're killing innocent people, but also they stop the monster too. And so part of the problems with Kills is that Michael, in order to be able to get another movie, we have to make him indestructible.
Yeah, they did.
And so it just get like, okay, there's no point, there's no rules, there's nothing. So let's actually, he goes on a killing rampage. He's a wounded animal. He's going nuts, killing people, but also by the end of it, he's gone. Then they say, hey, but what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do what they did back in the 80s, and we're going to do some anthology films that are, let's kind of can tell more stories in this world that are from this franchise, but we're going to play around with it. We're going to tell you in advance. We're not going to surprise you. And you do that exact same story that they did in Halloween Ends, or you do most of the story that's in Halloween Ends about this guy that's a copycat, that is someone that wasn't a killer, that's perceived of as a killer, and then turns into a killer. And you do that same story, and it's Christine, except in the world of Halloween. I think I would respond so much better to that film as an anthology film that's not trying to actually be the end. Like when they, like, the marketing for the movie is like, the final showdown we've been waiting 40 years for. Well, not 40 years. We got it in 2018. We got it in H2O. We've had this final showdown a few times before in the kitchen as well. Like, so you're marketing it on something that we've seen before. Anyway, but then the movie itself, it's this whole other thing. And so you go into the movie expecting classic Halloween, the final one, and it's all about this whole other thing. And so I'm like, what is going on? And like, what? I didn't think the character was bad. I didn't think the actor did poorly in it. I just thought in order to even tell that story, there's like Corey is a grown man bullied by band kids. Literally,
they were cool.
Coolest band kids I've ever seen. They're bullying this grown man. And later in the movie, there's a scene in the movie where he pushes over Michael Myers and steals his mask.
How dare you?
And I'm like, this is sacrilegious. What are you doing? The guy bullied by band kids stole Michael Myers' mask? What are you thinking? What are you doing here? And then you get in. Then that's not even the finale of the movie, is it him? It's like that plot line's resolved, and it's like, oh crap, that's right. This is supposed to close out the 40 thing. So yeah, Michael shows up, and it's like, what? This feels like this is the end that should have been on Kills, and then you had this whole other different thing that's Christine inspired that you wanted to do as a standalone little story. So I thought it was so weird the way they chose to do it, and I think there could have been a version that I would have responded much better to. And I think would have been better received. You probably wouldn't make as much money if you did it as an Halloween Chronicles stories in the world of Halloween. Like, it probably wouldn't make as much. I don't know if you'd have Jamie Lee Curtis in there, but people would. When you go into a movie and you can properly categorize it, and it doesn't feel like it has two goals.
Yeah.
Like, you want to tell a story about Corey, but you also have to have a showdown with Laurie and Michael. Those are two competing goals. And so it's just like this awkward blend for me. What about you? Did you like it?
I was the person that, the people that I associate with in my circle through here, they assumed that I would have hated every minute of it. I absolutely loved it. I think I've probably watched it. I don't even want to say like 10 times since it came out. That's how much I really, really enjoy it. I do agree that, tacking on Michael at the end for, 10 minutes in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Would have made more sense somewhere else, or introduce Corey, you know, in the previous movie. But
yeah, when I think that's some of the frustration where they're like, "Oh, this was the plan all along. We were always looking to do this." Like,
no,
this
it wasn't.
feels like you changed your plan. If you were planning this all along, yeah, like incorporate Corey earlier on, and it feels like some of this is set up. For me, I just felt like you like a bait and switch. Like, what just happened? Why? Like, this feels like you made a movie you really liked in 2018, and you realized you were going to print money with it, and then they went, "All right, let's do 3 of them," and you didn't have 3 stories that felt as a cohesive trilogy. So
yeah, I mean, even like, you know, they show that scene of Allison in 2018. She's in school with her boyfriend and Oscar. Maybe just have Corey walk by, and then like her boyfriend like shoves him out of the way and is like, "Get out of here, Corey," or something like that. And then just put that in the back of the mind. And then maybe in Kills, somehow show him again. Maybe he was out trick-or-treating for some reason or something. And then, oh, that's Corey Cunningham. He was in the first one and this one. It would have maybe been a little bit more well-received. Probably not, based on the Christine route they took, which I've seen Christine before that, so I knew what was kind of coming in the movie. And I'm a huge fan of Christine. So ends really didn't bother me. I really have a good time with it. I get a lot of hate because I have it in the top 5 in the franchise. So, but you know, we can't all have the same movies in every single place. So
most of these clips are pulled from my weekly Patreon live stream. Join at any level and you can join the chat and ask all the questions you want. That's for as little as $2 per month. For $5 per month, you can get your name on my end card. For $25 per month, you can have a monthly video chat with me. Link is in the description for more details, and keep talking movies and TV too much.